Inauguration of the 500 kV Circuit 3 projects.
Russia rejects Zelensky's peace plan statement.
Promoting credit growth in the final months of 2024.
You're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Ha Zhang, your host. Today, the inauguration ceremony for the 500 kV Circuit 3 project from Quảng Trạch, Quảng Bình to Phố Nối, Hưng Yên took place. The ceremony was held in person in Hưng Yên province and was connected online to locations in 8 provinces along the power line route.
The 500 kV Circuit 3 project from Quảng Trạch to Phố Nối has a total investment of approximately 22.3 trillion Vietnamese dongs and passes through 9 provinces: Quảng Bình, Hà Tĩnh, Nghệ An, Thanh Hóa, Ninh Bình, Nam Định, Thái Bình, Hải Dương, and Hưng Yên. In Nghệ An province, 2 component projects have been implemented: the 500 kV Quảng Trạch Queen Lu Power Line Project and the 500 kV Queen Lu Thanh Hóa Power Line Project, with a total length of nearly 100 kilometers. The 500 kV Circuit 3 project is a crucial part of the National Energy Infrastructure Development Plan. Completing the project will increase the electricity transmission capacity from the central region to the north from 2,200 megawatts to 5,000 megawatts, addressing the urgent electricity supply issues currently faced in the north.
Russia will continue its special military operation in Ukraine. This statement was made by the Kremlin following Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's mention of a plan to end the conflict.
In a recent press conference, the President of Ukraine asserted that the Russia-Ukraine conflict will ultimately end through dialogue. Zelensky did not provide a detailed specific plan but stated that he would share this plan with President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and former President Donald Trump when he visits the U.S. in September for the United Nations General Assembly. However, the Kremlin has rejected the statements made by the Ukrainian president. Meanwhile, the military situation in Russia and Ukraine shows no signs of calming. Russia is currently trying to repel Ukraine's border incursions that began on August 6, while continuing its attacks in the Donetsk region of eastern Ukraine.
The capital of France, Paris, has once again become the center of attention with the opening ceremony of the 17th Paralympic Games Paris 2024 held at 8 p.m. last night local time.
The opening performance featured a vibrant display of sound, light, and dance by artists in colorful costumes, alongside a group of dancers in black on a white stage, highlighting the event's theme: a festival of inclusion for people with disabilities and intertwined emotions. The Paris 2024 Paralympic Games officially opened with a lively parade of 168 delegations of athletes from various countries and territories, led by the Afghan sports delegation and concluding with a strong showing from the host nation, France. This year's Paralympics includes over 4,400 athletes, of which 1,983 are women. These numbers represent an unprecedented achievement in the 60-year history of the Paralympic Games. The Vietnamese Paralympic team is participating in Paris 2024 with 14 members, including 7 athletes competing in weightlifting, swimming, and athletics.
Coming up next are some updated news.
Regarding the measles outbreak, the Ministry of Health has sent a document to the People's Committees of Provinces and Cities about implementing measles vaccination. The ministry emphasizes that based on the local measles situation, vaccination coverage, testing and treatment capabilities, and available resources for epidemic prevention, provinces and cities should continue to coordinate with epidemiology institutes and Pasteur institutes to assess risks, identify high-risk areas at the district, commune level, review target groups, and propose additional areas and groups for the vaccination campaign if necessary. They should report to the Ministry of Health and regularly monitor the measles situation closely, proactively enhancing surveillance, early detection, and thorough management of outbreaks to prevent community spread.
This morning, the Nghệ An Department of Transport held a ceremony to open the traffic for the VIN Kualo Road project, Phase 2, after 2 years of construction. The VIN Kualo Road project, Phase 2, has a total length of 10.8 kilometers, with an investment of 1.415 trillion Vietnamese dongs for this phase. The project began in July 2022, with a completion timeline set by contract for July 2025. However, the main route has now been completed, and finishing work on the sidewalks connecting local access roads to the main road is currently underway. After August 29, 2024, during the temporary traffic opening to complete the remaining project components, it is expected to be finished by October 30, 2024, allowing vehicles to travel on the route at a maximum speed of 50 kilometers per hour.
The truck lamp space at the Vietnam Museum of Ethnology has won an honorable mention at the International Architecture Awards 2024, a prestigious award organized by the Chicago Museum of Architecture and Design and the European Center for Architectural Design and Urban Research. Not stopping there, the truck lamp space was also honored with the Green Good Design Award, which recognizes projects that apply sustainable design principles aimed at a greener future. This project stands out for its use of high-quality natural and recycled materials such as earth, bamboo, steel, and glass, particularly featuring a 40 centimeters thick earth wall constructed using traditional walling techniques of the Hani people, providing visitors with a vibrant and close-to-nature experience. These awards not only affirm the quality of the architecture but also exemplify the perfect blend of tradition and modernity in cultural preservation.
Moving on to today's story. Since the beginning of the year, due to the difficulties faced by businesses, sluggish consumer demand, and a slow real estate market, credit growth at banks has generally been low, with some banks even experiencing negative growth. This situation requires more decisive solutions to achieve the expected credit growth in the final months of the year.
In the early months of 2024, credit growth has shown positive signals, gradually increasing each month. However, the flow of credit has not been uniform. Some institutions have experienced significantly higher growth than the average, while others have seen negative growth. The main reason remains the lack of a strong recovery in overall credit demand, with many service production sectors still facing difficulties. Among the 4 state-owned commercial banks, 2 have low growth rates, and some joint stock commercial banks have reported credit growth of less than 1%.
The early months of the year have been very challenging for credit operations. We have focused on decisively implementing solutions from the very beginning of the year.
Alongside these challenges, the economy is showing signs of recovery. New legal regulations are coming into effect, and the government's strong directives, especially regarding maintaining low interest rates, are contributing to an anticipated warming in the real estate market. It is expected that the flow of credit into the economy will grow both in quantity and quality. The remaining issue is the flexibility and balance of profits to provide effective solutions from the banks.
The business also seeks to harmonize interests so that the company has a revolving capital source while the bank can achieve a certain profit.
As of now, credit growth across the system has only increased by 3.8% compared to the end of 2023. Although it has gradually improved over the months, it still falls short of expectations. With limited time remaining in the year, the economy will face various difficulties and challenges, as well as intertwined opportunities and advantages. In this context, the banking sector needs to implement appropriate solutions to achieve the planned objectives.
It's the end of today's news. Thank you for watching. See you next time.